Good afternoon. My name is Jessie Rowe, and I am the Home Ownership Counselor for Habitat for Humanity. Today, we're here to talk about the step-by-step process through the Home Journey program. Some of the benefits of home ownership are financial stability, financial strength, tax deductions, a permanent home, a sense of belonging in the community, a sense of security, and of course, generational wealth. When surveyed, more than 400 Habitat homeowners in Minnesota conducted by Wilder Research, 83% considered their children safer after the families moved into Habitat homes. So how can Habitat Omaha help? We offer home ownership counseling where we sit down with you and create a financial picture of what it is your finances look like and how you can take steps into getting into a home. We offer down payment assistance. We offer low interest rates, which right now are at 2.625%. And we also offer 2 pathways to home ownership. So what is the process? Today, we're going to go through a more detailed look at what the step-by-step process is through the Home Journey program. We're going to talk about the intake process, education and counseling, completing your action plan, moving into programs, working with mortgage loan associates, mortgage underwriting, and closing on that home. So step 1 is our intake process. Our intake process consists of completing an intake/application form. We require photo IDs of everyone 18 or older in the household, social security cards of everyone in the household, 30 days of your most recent pay stubs, 2 months of your most recent bank statements, your previous 2 years W-2. So if you came in as of today, it would be 2022 and 2021, and that changes from year to year. And we'd also require your previous 2 years of tax return transcripts. Rather than bringing us in the large document of tax returns, you can go to www.irs.gov and print out a free tax return transcript. Steps 2 and 3. So in steps 2 and 3, you're going to take our home ownership class and you're going to start working with one of our home ownership counselors. What they're going to go over with you is 1, affordability. Can you afford a home at this time? And what is your affordability? How much home can you afford? Right now, Habitat homes are going for $260,000. Some of this is very, very exciting, but sometimes it can cause a little bit of what we call payment shock. So when you go from renting a home to purchasing a home, your home price and your rent/house payment price may go up. The reason is because now you're not just paying for the rent of a home, you're also paying for the taxes of the home and the insurance of the home. So that's something to really think about when considering affordability is if you pay $1,000 a month right now, you could be looking at a $1,400 to $1,600 a month house payment. Is that within your budget? And that's what our counselors work with you on. We also teach you how to negotiate collections. We work with you on your debt to income ratio. Now, what that means is here at Habitat, we believe that your monthly house payment should not be any more than 30% of your monthly income. Your debt, your monthly debt, that payment should not be more than 42% of your monthly income. And our counselors work with you. If your ratios are skewed just a little bit, don't worry. Our counselors work with you to get those ratios in line. Then we also work with you on savings. We want to make sure you have a little bit for a deposit, but we also want to make sure that you have an emergency fund. Because when you become a homeowner, you're now essentially the landlord. So if the furnace filter needs to be changed, it's your responsibility. If something needs to be replaced, it's your responsibility. And we want to make sure we're setting you up for success. Step 4 is our education courses. So after completing home ownership course, you're going to take 2 more courses. One is in money management. We talk about credit repair, negotiating bad debt, budgeting, and the importance of savings. The third class is our post-purchase class. This talks about how to maintain the home, responsibilities as the homeowner. Like I said, you are now the landlord. So there are certain things that you need to be aware of that could come up, and preventative items to make sure something doesn't break. And we teach you all that. We also discuss what it means to be a good neighbor and be more part of that community and really establishing your family within it. Step 5. So when you work with one of our counselors, you complete what is called a 5-step action plan. These 5 steps are your next steps into becoming what we call mortgage ready. Here at Habitat, we don't promise homes, we promise to get you mortgage ready. So an example of a 5-step action plan is maybe the first one is to negotiate and pay off collections. We've talked a lot about here. You've heard me say negotiate and pay off collections. I want to inform you that you can negotiate bad debt and collections. So for example, you have a collection agency where you may owe $1,000. That collection agency bought your debt from the person you owed for $500. So when you call a collection agency, it's very important to try to negotiate first and start at 50%. So if you owe $1,000, say, I am calling to resolve a debt, and I would like to offer to end that debt with a $500 payment. They may take it, they may not. They may counter you. They may say, we can't accept $500, but we can accept $750. They may say no, but there's nothing wrong with no, we tried. It's so important to gain that financial freedom, but also to empower. You are in control, and we believe that wholeheartedly. The second part of your action plan may be to increase your savings account. At Habitat, we ask that you have about $3,000 in savings. Don't worry if you don't have that now. We work with you through that. What that $3,000 is for is $500 of that is for your deposit. The other $2,500 is for that emergency fund that we talked about. Next on your action plan may be to make no late payments on existing credit accounts. It's so important that when you're going through the mortgage process that you pay your rent and all credit accounts on time. We're working to show the mortgage underwriter that you can not only afford the house, but that you'll be able to make your payments at the appropriate timing. Number 4 may be to maintain your income or increase it a little bit to help that affordability aspect. And 5 could be enroll and complete the remainder of your education. Once your 5-step action plan is complete, you are now considered mortgage ready. And you can make the choice to go into our programs and start the process, or to take time and really evaluate that affordability. If you are in mortgage ready and you have the affordability of one of our homes, you'll move to step 6, which is our programs. In programs, you'll take a course called Construction 101. You will do the sweat equity. Now that sweat equity is where you go out and you work on a Habitat home. It is not necessarily the home that you are going to be living in, but one of the Habitat homes that will become available. Then you'll enter home selection. This is where you'll pick the home that you would like your family to move into. And lastly, you're going to still be updating those documents, which step 7 really explains. In step 7, you work with a mortgage loan associate. This is where you're updating all your legal documents. So you're getting them a new, most current 30 days of pay stubs, a most current 2 months worth of bank statements. You're maintaining that mortgage ready status by paying everything on time, by keeping that savings in place. You're also getting rent verifications. This is where we reach out to your landlord and verify that how long you've lived there and the payments that you made to the landlord. And lastly, you may have to write some letters of explanation, but don't worry, our mortgage loan associates will help you with that. A letter of explanation is used when, for example, maybe at one point in your credit history, you made a late payment. We have you write a letter of explanation to the mortgage underwriter explaining why that late payment was made. Step 8 is when you get into mortgage underwriting. This is the final step in the process before closing. This is where the documents will be updated, letters of explanation will be reviewed, and the mortgage underwriter will ask any other questions to verify your ability to afford the home. This is the last step into step 9, which is closing day. Closing day is where you sign all your documents, you obtain your keys, and you get to ring that bell. So how do you enter into the program? Well, we have some guidelines to enter into the program. We base your minimum gross monthly income. And remember, gross means before taxes. So before taxes and any benefits are taken out of your paycheck, that monthly income is based on your family size. So families with sizes 1 through 4 need to make a minimum gross monthly income of about $3,625. As the family size grows, so does the minimum gross monthly income. The other guidelines into the program: you had to have lived in the Omaha metro area for the last 12 months. You must be a first-time home buyer or have not owned a home in the last 3 years. You have to have at least 6 months of continued employment. If you are self-employed, you have to have 2 years of continuous self-employment. You must be a U.S. citizen or have permanent residency status, and you meet the minimum monthly gross income guidelines. What we need from you. So now that you're at this part of the process, this is where you fill out that intake form. You get us those 30 days worth of pay stubs, the 2 months of bank statements, the 2 years of W-2s, and the 2 years of tax transcripts. You can upload them to our website, or you can drop your documents off at our office locations. Please note that our 1701 North 24th Street office location is only good until December 22nd. After December 22nd, starting January 2nd, we will be at a new location at 1229 Millwork Avenue, Suite 301. I want to thank you all for joining us today. For more information, you can contact me personally, either by my phone or by email. All questions are welcome, and we really look forward to serving you. Thanks so much.